All right, so I asked you guys, what units do you want to see in SpongeBob Tower Defense 2? I don't know. I guess that's what we're calling it nowadays. So we're gonna be going over all of the units that Zach and the team need to add in SpongeBob Tower Defense 2. Before we hop into, guys, if you want to, you can use my code. My code is code BLAM to support a starfish. Doesn't cost you anything extra. Really help you support the channel. Or you can use code RDM or code MEDI if you want to support those creators. Let's get it. All right, so I asked you guys in my community post tab, what do you guys want to see character-wise in SpongeBob Tower Defense? And this is what you guys came up with, as well as some people in my DM. So let's get into it. And comment down below what character you want to see added in the SpongeBob Tower Defense 2.0 rework. All right, so the first suggestion I got is Grand Mall Granny. Not like Grandma, Grand Mall Granny. So I think this would be really cool. I'm gonna be honest, this could be a really cool... I don't really think she's gonna be a prismatic per se, but she could be a really cool like mythic, limited, etc. Obviously we could have Not Dead Ted as well. This could be kind of like maybe like an event, a trial or something. That'd be pretty freaking cool. Like honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, that's a really good unit. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Next up we have Patchy the Pirate. All right, so we already have Painty the Pirate, right? But what about Patchy the Pirate? Now, I don't know if they would need to get like a special license because sometimes it's a little bit harder to have like a real character instead, but they could always add this version, I guess. But this would be really cool to have. We could have the painting version and we can have the actual version as well. I think that'd be really freaking cool. All right, so this is one I really want to have. And no, we're not talking about this Feral Squidward. We're talking about this Feral Squidward from the Feral Friends episode. All right, I don't know what the heck this is, guys. I don't know. That's like the Halloween event. But this could be really cool. And we also have the giant version of Pearl as well. Honestly, I could see them doing a whole event around this episode. And like, I'm gonna be honest, guys, this could easily be a prismatic. We need a prismatic Squidward because we don't really have any good Squidward units. And this could be a great option for that. So comment down below if you guys want this guy added. I definitely do. I think this is probably one of the coolest units they could add to the game. Like these... Dude, like we need to show Squidward some love. He's pretty popular, I'm not gonna lie. All right, next up we have kind of a fun one. We have Big Sister Sam. Now this one could easily be a secret or a limited or a mythic. I'm gonna be honest, there's even ability built in right there. Like, come on, we already have Patricia. Let's have Big Sister Sam added in. I think that would be really freaking cool and everybody would enjoy it. All right, next up, you've seen me use him in a bunch of my thumbnails. We have Cool Bob. Like Cool Bob Smooth Pants, like dude, we gotta have this guy. Like this guy is too iconic to not be in the game. This guy could easily be a limited unit. Heck, I could even make him a prismatic, to be honest. So this is definitely one of my favorite possible additions to the game. All right, next up we have Dreaded Patrick. This guy could also be a pretty cool, looks like they dang near already have the model done. So this guy could be another cool addition to the game. I'm not entirely sure what else they would add in his update, but this could definitely be a cool option for like a trial update where you defeat him and you can get him as like the prize. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Next up, we have Spongetron. This guy could easily be a prismatic guy. So Spongetron would be insanely cool. Definitely a W unit. Or we could have Robot Spongebob. Both of these would be also great additions to the game. And we also even have Spongebot. So they could literally have a whole robot themed update where they release all three with different rarities. Like there's so many different versions. There's even freaking Robot Squidward. This will be a really, really cool update. I mean, just a whole robot update could be pretty cool. We already have Toy Bob, and I don't really think that's the same as any of these, but we could have a pretty sick robot event. I'm not sure, maybe for like Pi Day or something sciencey day related. All right, this suggestion is from Matthew Zasonic. We have Keanu Reeves from the Spongebob episode where he's like a freaking in the tumbleweed. Now, I don't know how the heck they're gonna get the license for Keanu Reeves in game or if they have the rights to that, but like, I'm not gonna lie, this would easily be a prismatic. And heck, we could even have Keanu Reeves do admin abuse. Yo, I don't know how they're gonna be able to afford that one, but that would be absolutely crazy, guys. Could you imagine Keanu Reeves being added to the game? He was in the newer movies, so it's a possibility for sure. But again, I don't know how they're gonna get the rights for that. All right, next up we have Angry Old Timer. This was one of my sub suggestions. This guy could be pretty cool. He looks absolutely wild, so I could definitely see them adding him in the game. But I don't really know if I want to see him in the game. I'm not gonna lie. This one's probably more of like a fan made. I don't know how they can get the rights to the Undertale, but Sponge Swap looks pretty cool. And if they could somehow get the collab, I know they were talking a lot about collab characters. They even had a poll once, and they said that they might be able to collab with some other Paramount Universe characters. So I think what won the poll was a Ninja Turtles collab. Now, we haven't heard anything about that in months, but this was technically a poll, guys, that Ninja Turtles were going to be coming to the game. So maybe we could see that or some other Paramount characters come to the game. If you guys know any other Paramount or Viacom characters, let me know down below. All right, here's another super awesome one that I really want to see in the game. We have Patrick Star's house. All right, which would be absolutely crazy. I believe he's supposed to be a turtle. Let me see here if there's an option for that. I'm not sure how canon this is, but apparently in something there's a turtle Patrick house. So that would be pretty freaking cool. Oh yeah, in Shell Games, there we go. That was the episode I was thinking of. So this will be a pretty freaking funny unit to be had in the game, or at least a bare minimum, it could be a cool mount. This one's another kind of cool villain type thing. We have Plane Crab. This one could easily be another one of those trial units or something like that, but definitely could be pretty cool in the game, and I think people get a big kick out of it. So hopefully we can get this one added. All right, next up we have Jellyfish Jam Spongebob. Now, personally, I kind of want this version. He could be like an SPA buff, like maybe not an SPA buffing unit, but a buffing unit if we ever need another one of those. He kind of reminds me of like the DJ in Bloons Tower Defense. So I don't know, this might just be a fan-made photo. So yeah, but we do have the actual one, which is what my subscriber suggested, and that is Green Robe Spongebob. So this one would be pretty cool to have in the game, and you know, he could kind of have like jellyfish style powers, like so. There's some examples. So he basically can maybe like either summon jellyfishes or just have jellyfishes be a big part of his attack VFX. And this guy could honestly be any rarity. It just depends on how cool they make the VFX. I could easily see him being a prismatic, and this could be the ability. Like, this could be actually crazy. All right, next up we have Chef Bob, another subscriber suggestion. This one would be pretty funny to add in the game. I'm not entirely sure what the abilities would be, but maybe like some sort of special attack ability could be pretty cool. So I know this is definitely one of the fan favorite characters. So Chef Bob, could definitely see him being added to the game. So hopefully we can get that one, or some other versions as well. There's lots of crazy Chef Bob type style units. So hopefully we can get one of those. We already have Doodle Sponge, so I'm thinking they could add Doodle Patrick. This would actually be kind of wild. So I would not be opposed to this guy being added to the game. I don't know what rarity he would be. Probably a mythic or a limited, maybe even a legend. I know they're reworking a lot of the characters, so maybe legends, etc. will be worth it. I know they can do that by like changing the placement costs, etc. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with all that. All right, they really like to show off Patrick's butt. I'm not going to show what else is on my screen. You guys don't want to know, but they like to show off Patrick's butt a lot. So like some sort of booty Patrick could be pretty cool. He could be a fun combo with Gary Booty. I don't know why this game has so many butt jokes. You guys can comment down below if you know why. I doubt they're gonna be able to get the license for this, but there's like a whole FNAF SpongeBob universe, and I'm not gonna lie, like this, what it's called, like Sponge Out of Water. Like if they could somehow collab with FNAF, this would actually be crazy, because there's legit like a whole universe of evil SpongeBob characters in the FNAF style. I've been getting kind of becoming a big fan of FNAF. I just watched the movie, and I've been kind of, you know, sitting on the sidelines on the lore a little bit. I'm about to watch the second movie, which I'm excited to see, and I think a whole FNAF themed update would be insane and absolutely go viral. But again, I don't know how they're gonna get the rights to that, but like this is kind of like, if they could, then this would be insane. So this is kind of like the what I wish. Another unit that'd be funny is Red Mist Squidward. Apparently has a whole full lore. So like if they could add Red Mist Squidward, then yeah, this would be pretty funny. All right, here's some other characters that they're missing that are a little bit less exciting, but I think would be still cool. Betsy Krabs could be a fun character. I don't think she could be a prismatic or something. Shout out to WG Prods. He gave me a lot of good options. We got Miss Tentacles. Miss Tentacles could also be pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of the Granny Sponge we have a little bit, so they might get a little bit confused there, but this could still be cool. This would be a really funny attack. Obviously, you could have Jeff Tentacles as well, kind of like we have Janet. Honestly, this one would be a pretty sick unit. Hopefully they add this guy. Honestly, Squidina legitimately should be added to the game. She's in a ton of episodes, so hopefully they can add her. Like, it's actually kind of ridiculous, so they better add her. Grandpat is another unit that I could really see them adding in and getting to be pretty hype. So I hope they can add in Grandpat Star. Here's another interesting one. Agnes Steelhead could be a cool unit. Probably as like a battle pass, I would think. Grandma Plankton's another kind of fun option. Could definitely see her being a fun unit for them to add to the game. If they want to get wild, they can add in Mr. Seaweed. There's a few other minor fishes like Scooter and Angry Jack that they could add that I checked out. I don't know if they'd be the greatest units, but they could be like fillers. I'm gonna be honest, guys, the Ghost Fisherman gotta be added. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised we don't have this guy already. Like, this guy is a must-have. So I really hope they can add this guy in the game. This will be an insanely dope update. They can even add in, of course, other parts of that episode as well. Like, there's a whole entire like lore that they need to add. So I really, this could be the most dope update in a while. So I'm excited for that. So there you go, guys. There is a ton more units. I'm gonna probably make another episode of this. If you guys want to see a part 2, comment down below in this video what other stuff you want to give. And big shout out to everybody who commented on this one and the one about the admin abuse. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and I'll see you on the other side.